That's insane. You're 5 years old. You don't know what your kid wants.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, that's insane.
That's insane.
That's Atlanta Braves all-star catcher Brian McCann reacting very strongly to a question that I asked him. Find out what next at Clubhouse Gas.
Have you heard about the phenomenon called red-shirting 5-year-olds?
Never heard of that.
There's something going on in the country now where parents are starting their 5-year-olds a year later when they're 6 in the kindergarten so that when they get to high school, they'll be a year ahead of everybody else athletically. Does that just sound...
That's insane. You're 5 years old. You don't know what your kid wants.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, that's insane.
It's insane. Brian McCann says it's insane, and I'm pretty sure I believe with him.
At the preschool, we do not call holding back redshirting. We actually call it giving the child the gift of time, giving them one more year to develop skills that they're going to need to be successful in a kindergarten program. Often, holding back is because of a child's birth date. It could be because a child has poor fine motor skills, they need another year to work on their social skills, and they're academically just not ready for a full-day kindergarten.
Land of riches falling down, falling down, falling down. Land of riches falling down, my fair lady.
Well, the problem with that, and I would have to look at birth dates and requirements, but in Georgia, if a child turns 15 in middle school, they're ineligible for middle school play, and they have to play in high school. And that presents obviously a transportation issue. They're not in the same school. There's a time issue. So if you're doing that and the child is actually a year ahead, so their birthday is a year, I guess, ahead than the oldest child in the class, that's going to, again, do them a disservice because they're going to be ineligible for middle school athletics.
Some of the cons we're seeing right now in the educational field about holding children back is kindergarten teachers are having oftentimes an age range of 16 to 18 months in a classroom with different developmental skills. So there are some cons to holding children back. Also, we need to look more so at developmental readiness than age readiness before we send children to kindergarten. We oftentimes think it is in the best interest of a child to hold a child back for another year for that gift of time, to give them one more year to develop all the skills they'll need to be successful in kindergarten.
Of course it's a chance they're taking, but we also have to think of the percentage of kids who are actually going to go on and play college athletics and play in professional athletics. Think about your priorities first, and I think when you have a child, hopefully your priority when they're 5 is not for them to go and play college football at Georgia.
Land of riches falling down, falling down, falling down. Land of riches falling down, my fair lady.
As far as redshirting, there's a lot of difference of a child in kindergarten. How do you even know? Because as a parent, you think because you played football or basketball that your child's going to do it. How do you even know in fifth? If that's your goal to redshirt a kid. As Amanda said, you have to look at the child individually and see the maturity level. A lot of children benefit from being the oldest in the class. I see it a lot, and it's, frankly, a lot more with boys than girls.
Typically, there are more boys held back to give the gift of time than there are girls. Girls mature and develop at a faster pace than boys. However, by the 3rd grade, all of this development has equaled out and everyone is learning on the same level in most cases.
And in my day, the birthday date was December 31st. Now it's August 31st. So, it's hard to say, what but to do it for sports is just, to me, it's just totally ridiculous. I mean, I just think it's just totally ridiculous. The only advantage at all is if you're in a school system like Amanda said, where if you're already there in 8th grade and you can't play middle school, that you can go up to JV. But in a public school system, that's hard. Plus, it's hard for the kid. The kid doesn't get in 8th grade is sure going to have the confidence to go try out for a 9th and 10th grade team. I think that's very rare. I think it's very rare. And I don't know what the rules are in Little League, but I know you have to be 12 to play your last year of Little League, and 13's pony. So I think everyone has some kind of guidelines. So if that's your goal, just for sports, then you need to rethink why you're even a parent, because
Lands and bridges falling down, falling down, falling down. Lands and bridges falling down, my fair lady.
I actually did hear that, and the reason I've heard of it is people are doing it academically as well. It's becoming more, because my son's right at the age where he's obviously going to be going to kindergarten next year, and everybody's, oh, he's going to go next year, and I'm like, well, he's 5. That's when you go, but it seems like that's happening a lot more, and I was unaware that it was for athletic reasons, but
There's both. There's athletic and academic reasons. And
Yeah.
the teachers we've talked to have said that athletically it's pretty silly, but academically it might actually be a good idea, especially if you have a boy.
yeah. So pretty soon we'll have 23-year-old high school seniors playing football then.
Yeah, 23-year-old seniors that drive into middle school baseball practice.
Most of our families hold the children back because they want their children to have an advantage when they get to school. Being older, most people think, gives that child an academic and a physical advantage.
I don't think it's a bad idea academically at all.
The only place you're going to see children be held back for sports reasons is usually in the South Georgia. Smaller communities will do it, but in affluent areas, it's strictly academic reasons.